Now, let's see where these parties are from. And then Smita Prakash, please join in and tell me. And of course, we have the political party spokespersons. Are they aligned left, right or center? Which way they are aligned? And why the crackdown? The first party that has been cracked down upon. Let's try and understand. Apna Desh Party. Then the next one. Bharatiya Rashtriya Tantra Party. Navsarjan Bharat Party. Indian Swarna Samaj Party. Jan Man Party. Bharatiya Rajnitik Vikalp Party. Satta Kalyan Party. So many names. Jantavadi Party, Saurashtra Janta Paksha, Bharatiya Jankranti Dal, Loktantrik Jagruk Party, Loktantrik Yuva Shakti Party, Garvi Gujarat Party, Rashtriya Samajwadi Party, Lokshahi Satta Party, Bharatiya Jan Parishad, Rashtravadi Janata Raj Party, Jantavadi Congress Party. So many names. And there are some from Gujarat also. So Riju Dutta, you can't say कि partiality किया गुजरात का parties को नहीं rate किया ऐसा सब नहीं बोल सकते. It is there, they are there. But creativity, Smita Prakash, what creativity in terms of names? Jan Man Party, Rajnitik Vikalp Party. So many names that they have come up through. But what were they doing? Is it wrong to ask?
I know. It really sounds hysterical, isn't it? I mean, all of us, right from the beginning when we used to go to cast our vote, when, before it became electronic, you probably were too young, but, it used to be that paper, you used to open up that paper and there'd be so many names. It's saying, kaun hai ye log? It's taken years and years, it's taken decades for the Election Commission to wake up and then take some action. And as the numbers are coming in, the names are coming in of where all they've raided, it just goes to show that this is not a witch hunt. It's easy to call it, label it like this, but we need to, Anand, see, as you were, when you were speaking to the good lawyer, that we need to see it come to a logical conclusion. You can't just have now these raids, you can't just confiscate their books and not take it to a logical conclusion. You need to have penalty and prosecution. You need to have them weeded out. What is going to be the fate of the people who were floating these parties? Some of them have shut shop and disappeared. What happens? They stashed the money, they cleaned up their act. Where are they? Some, as you said, might end up behind bars, but they'll get bail, they'll come back and then practice the same dirty practices all over again before the next election. So if we have to weed out corruption from our electoral system, it is necessary that the chain of events should come to a logical conclusion.
Yes, it should. And Riju Dutta, these 20 names, anybody friendly to the Trinamool?
No, I've not even heard 19 or 20 of them probably.
Correct. So फिर तो opposition witch hunt नहीं बोल सकते ना आप?
नहीं, opposition witch hunt, I was claiming in the bigger perspective of what is happening with the current disposition against the current opposition in the country. The known opposition parties in the country.
Correct.
That's all I was trying to look at the
bigger
picture.
But known opposition parties may be grudging donations and each other's coffers and funds, but they are not the ones who are hiding their books or who are not submitting their returns.
Nobody is hiding the books apart from the PM Care Fund. Everybody's books is out in the open market.
Sanju Verma, want to respond?
Yeah. Anand, I want to make one very pertinent point. I think one area where I agree with Riju is that, most of us have not heard of, 18 or 19 of the 20 names that have been raided. I just want to make one very interesting point. Let it not be lost on anyone that one major entity whose, business officers have been raided is Rajendra Yadav, the MOF, Home and Higher Education in the Congress-led Ashok Gehlot government in Rajasthan. And mind you, the income tax authorities have found out that he was actually using a packaging company which supplies packaged meals under the midday meal scheme of the Rajasthan government, and using that money was actually being funneled for election purposes. So to imagine that a midday meal scheme is being used nefariously by MOF Higher Education in the Rajasthan government to funnel money for election purposes is unfathomable.
So Sanju Verma ji, here is the allegation. बाकी 19 पार्टी बहाना था, इस एक पार्टी को फंसाना था, because you had a political agenda vis-a-vis Rajasthan. You knew that this person is a minister in the Ashok Gehlot government and you wanted to go after him politically. That's why you raided these 20.
Can I ask a question, Anand?
Yeah, acha, एक minute. Let Riju Dutta ask a question also, and then you can respond together.
Yeah, my question to my dear Sanju, who has probably agreed with me after 500 debates, is one simple question. She talked about midday meal. Now, as far as I know, in the last 2 days, the biggest midday meal and ration scam that has been unearthed is in Madhya Pradesh under Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. So, if she sheds some light on that for the viewers of CNN News 18, that would be great.
Okay, that is digressing, but you must shed light because he's asked the question. When she used midday meal, was that she used the political party to funnel the money for midday meal into the political party and round trip it. So that was the midday meal reference. Please respond to that charge after this question, that is this because you wanted to go after the Ashok Gehlot government. ये मिनिस्टर का इंडिविजुअल पार्टी है, इधर रेड करो, उसके साथ 19 और रेड कर दो, बट ऐसा लगेगा कि सबको कलेक्टिव रेड किया है, बट एक पॉलिटिकल हुक मिल गया हमको. That's another allegation, Sanju.
Anand ji, the Ashok Gehlot government has not covered itself in glory. Be it the Jalori Gate riots, be it the Karoli riots, be it allowing PSI to carry out a peace rally in February 2022. Ashok Gehlot has done so much that he needs to explain, but he is not being held accountable for. I think the BJP does not need to use probe agencies to target him as is being made out to be the case. Let's be very clear. Rajendra Yadav, the MOS Higher Education and Home, has not denied the allegations against him. Has he denied the allegations? No. So I think let's be very clear. You cannot use money meant for poor children, money meant for midday meal scheme to be funneled into electioneering purposes. It cannot get any lower than that. You need to be accountable under Section 29A and under Section 29C of the People's Representative Act of 1951. And if you feel you are right, then pray tell us why have you not submitted the audited balance sheet and profit and loss statements. And when I say you, I mean Rajendra Yadav's company, which is directly supplying to the midday meal scheme by the Gujarat government, which in any case is a conflict of interest. How can you be a minister in the government and also have your business entity supplying key material under the midday meal scheme, which is a welfare program where the state government and the central government have a ratio in which they contribute, and then you raise your hand saying, मैंने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं, आपने कुछ किया नहीं है, तो अपनी contribution report submit करिए, अपनी balance sheet submit करिए, अपनी profit and loss submit करिए, statement income tax authorities को,
Right.
so that दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी हो जाए.
Correct. Now, did she answer your question, Riju Dutta?
I don't think she even went anywhere near Madhya Pradesh. Would you care to ask her again about the Madhya Pradesh midday meal scam?
Screen पे आप नहीं है, पूछिए.
Your allegations on Madhya Pradesh are frivolous, whereas I have given you details about Rajendra Yadav's nefarious activity. You can.
अरे राजेंद्र यादव को जेल में डालिए ना.
That is not going to hold water.
Here is the thing. I'll tell you what. One minute.